Hey guys, I am Foxtrot Delta, and welcome back to some more Star Trek Legacy using both the Ultimate Universe mod 2.2 and the 11 mod. But first, I want to say please, I hope that all of you are staying safe and healthy. Make sure to do everything you're supposed to. Don't go into crowds. Wash your hands. Don't lick things you're not supposed to be licking. Don't go partying. And this is a really big deal, the coronavirus pandemic. I remember back in 2009 when H1N1, the swine flu, was the big deal at the time. And I actually came down with it. I developed pneumonia as a result of it. And it was really rough. And I can only imagine what it is people are going through when they have the coronavirus. I know it's more intense than the flu. And it is very, very dangerous. Anyone can be a carrier for it. So keep that in mind, everybody. But I want to talk about Star Trek Legacy because that is why I am making this video. It has been a while since I recorded the video, and that's because A, I'm really good at procrastinating, and B, it's been hectic trying to get everything coordinated because all my classes have switched to be online, so making sure everything's done on time and everything's set up properly, and making sure all the equipment functions. It's been insane, the amount of effort that's gone into making things somewhat normal during this time. And yeah, I have not had time to record a video. But today I do. So, one of you in the comments section wanted to see a group of Maquis go up against a task force comprised of both Cardassian and Federation ships. And so that is what I have for you today. We have a very large Maquis force and a somewhat decent Federation-Cardassian force as well. Now, the backstory for this particular scenario is it's sometime shortly after the end of the Dominion War, and the Federation and Cardassians are working together, helping each other rebuild, and they're trying to get rid of the Maquis. And we know that by the end of Star Trek Voyager, the Maquis were gone. So this is sometime during roughly that time. So hopefully that time frame makes sense if I have all my dates correctly organized in my head. This should make some kind of sense. So we have like I said, a somewhat large force of Maquis vessels. The Federation-Cardassians are looking for a stronghold. The Federation and Cardassians know the Maquis have a very strong presence in this sector of the Badlands, and so they've dispatched a force of 16 vessels to deal with them. Meanwhile, the Maquis have been building up forces of their own, so in our fleet, in our corner of the battlefield, we have, if I bring up that screen that no one else can see, we have, in addition to the 4 Raider-class fighters that I have in front of me here, we have, let's see, 4 plus 3, so it's 7, plus 4 is 11, plus 4, we have 15 additional Raider-class fighters, and in addition to that, we have 8 Danube-class runabouts, 4 of them with torpedo pods, 4 without, and because the Maquis have been around for a little bit, they've had their time, especially with all the recent chaos, to procure certain amounts of heavier machinery. So in addition to these small fighting vessels, they've also managed to get their hands on 2 motion picture era Miranda-class refit starships they probably took from some starship graveyard somewhere. They've also managed to acquire 1 Freedom-class destroyer, which you can see right here. This is the Freedom-class destroyer. You saw these in the earlier era of the Next Generation. Because these are kit-bashed ships put together from the Galaxy class that they used to show different ships of the same time period. Because all they had to work with was the Galaxy class. So they just made different ships out of it. And this is one of them. You don't see it later on in the Star Trek series and the Star Trek movies. You don't see these types of earlier, like Wolf 359 type ships. But I like them a lot. They're my favorite. So they have one of them. They've managed to take it out of... well, it's probably decommissioned, put in the graveyard like the Mirandas, and they managed to steal it out of there. They also made a deal with the Klingons to get one of their warbirds, because the Klingons don't like the Cardassians either. They are not friends, as a rule. What else is there? Oh, and also, the icing on the cake is they've managed to pull one other ship out of mothballs and sneak it out of the shipyards, and that is a single, solitary New Orleans-class strategic frigate. They've got one. The Maquis have got one. So with these few starships and fleet of fighters, will they be able to fight off the Cardassian Federation task force? Well, what the Cardassian Federation have are... There we go. The Cardassian Federation task force is comprised of a Galore class, another Galore class, a Keldon, another Galore class, a Galaxy class, an Excelsior class refit, a Steamrunner class, an Akira class, a Saber class, another Galore class, a Nebula class, another Galore class, and 4 Defiant class ships. So they are bringing out the heavy weapons with this fleet. Even though it's not very numerous, they have a lot of firepower in there, much more than the Maquis have, even with the New Orleans class, which actually has an insane amount of phaser damage output. I debated bringing this in here to the Maquis side, but you know what? Why not? It's an older starship. They don't really use them later on. It looks cool, and I can see some band of some loosely knit organization like the Maquis being able to... I mean, they have enough ties to be able to acquire things of this size, I'm sure. Especially when they're desperate. And I was wrong when I said loosely organized. They aren't really loosely organized. They just don't have a lot of resources. And you know what just happened? My game crashed. That was not supposed to occur. So I will be right back with a functional game. Okay, I have returned. Hopefully this works with less game crashing. And we're loading. Alright, there's my fleet. There's the Miranda class down there. I'm going to switch to fighter group number 3, though, because that one is the one with the flagship of this whole operation.
Captain, vessel approaching bearing 16.
Nope, I was wrong. It's group 2. The USS Thomas Paine New Orleans class. What a cool looking starship. I've said before I love the New Orleans class, and I'll say it again. I love the New Orleans class. Let's get nice and up close to it. Meanwhile, I'm sure things are happening behind us. Isn't that cool? Look at that thing. I love the lighting. I love the windows. Let's get to the battle. So if we go to our map, okay, let's bring our group in here.
Engage.
You can see our Brel down there. Okay, so the battle is beginning. We're gonna come in from the side here. Or should we try to flank the other side? No, it's okay. We need all the help we can get on this front. We have to try to break through. Ooh, the Akira class is in trouble. Let's run over here. It's fighting a Miranda class. I feel that it should be able to wipe the floor with the Miranda class, but it looks like the Miranda class is doing that to it. And that being said, I know that the motion picture era phasers are actually, I think they're more dangerous than the next generation phasers in Star Trek Legacy. So that could have something to do with it. So that's destroyed. Let's target the Defiant class here. The less of these they have, the better. Right, how is... there's my group. All not shooting at anything. It's cool. They get to sit there and look nice. And I'm okay with that. Uh-oh. We just lost the Freedom class. It has exploded. Let's look away from this and... Let's see. Is there any hope of a chain reaction that doesn't kill me?
Enterprise.
Weapons locked.
Let's switch to this group. I think this one has a Miranda somewhere. Oh man, lots of things are exploding. I believe that was my Miranda. Okay. How is this group doing?
We have company.
Oh, we're fighting the one Saber class. Trying to. Let's see if my guys will actually figure out they're supposed to shoot stuff. Maybe not.
Target shields down. Photons are loading, Captain.
Yeah, they aren't gonna figure it out. Okay, let's switch back to Group 2.
Warp speed.
Let's warp.
We've left the nebula, Captain.
Come on. Please warp.
Enemy units detected.
Oh dear, the Thomas Paine is in trouble. Where are we? Where are they? Where am I? Yeah, they're having a bad time. However, So are the Federation and Cardassians.
Enterprise.
It's honestly going much better than I thought it would. Compared to when I was testing this out, it was, didn't go well. Fortunately, these fighters have about as much damage output as one Miranda class. I know you don't believe me, but it's true. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure. Either way, they have quantum torpedoes. Alright, it looks like
New enemy vessels detected.
we just lost the Thomas Paine.
Our shield generator is damaged, Captain.
And we're gonna lose the Miranda. Yep. Okay, we've lost the last of our big ships, other than... Okay, I said I thought the battle was going well. I have been misinformed
Warp drive.
by myself. And that Saber class is still plodding along.
Hostile ships on intercept.
Gonna let that single solitary fighter deal with them. I'm gonna destroy the Saber class if I can. Without destroying the rest of my fleet, please. Quantum torpedoes for the win. Okay.
Destroyed, Captain.
Hostile
Target
ships on
destroyed.
intercept. We're taking severe damage
That's
to the
good.
outer hull. Our shields are down.
Alright, so what is our fleet
Hull integrity is compromised. We
that
can't
remains
hold out
here?
much
We
longer.
have, okay,
We're out of the fight.
Abrel. Couple runabouts. We've just lost our last fighter over there. Oh my goodness, we're being hit by one of those. Defiant class.
Our sensor system offline, Captain. Captain, hull integrity
They
is
just
severely
blinded their
compromised.
sensors.
Our
I'm
shields
pretty
can't take
sure.
many more hits, Captain. Target shields down.
Yeah.
Our shields can't take many more hits, Captain.
Not sure what happened to the warbird. Not warbird. Bird of prey? Oh, okay, you just saw, faintly, the Brel was firing. That's encouraging. It also just exploded.
New enemy vessels detected.
And so did the rest of our fighters. I'm not doing well, am I? Whoa, 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 hey. We can take that out.
On our way.
Initiating warp.
Concord's in trouble? Let's help them.
Captain, they've taken out our shield.
Ah, darn. I think they're gonna get us before we get them. Oh no.
We have company. We can't hold out much longer.
Engineering reports significant shield generator damage. We've lost antimatter containment.
All hands abandon ship. I repeat, all hands abandon ship. Warp core breach imminent.
Not sure how many ships remain, but
Our sensory system offline, Captain.
not that many actually. We destroyed a good chunk of the Federation-Cardassian task force. But due to poor strategic maneuvering on the part of the Maquis, they lost their more heavily armed vessels early on in the fight. So that battle took just over 8 minutes. We lost all of our command vessels. one of my 4 raiders was able to destroy one of the enemy starships, so that is a win in my book, and I think that was actually the Saber class we destroyed before. So, we did make an impact on the fleet, but it was not enough to destroy them, and now the Maquis have lost their hold over that sector of the Badlands. So if you guys enjoyed this battle, please be sure to leave the video a like, and if you are not subscribed and you want to see more of them, please subscribe, because there is always more Star Trek Legacy on this channel. If for whatever reason, however, you guys did not enjoy the video, I do apologize for that, and I ask that you leave a comment in the comments section and let me know what it is that I can do to improve the next videos that I produce, so that hopefully you guys will find some entertainment when you watch them. And if you want to see any specific type of ship or battle scenario, then feel free to leave a comment in the comments section with regards to that, and I will read through all of your various suggestions and ideas, and I will do my best to use your recommendations in my future videos. So as always, I am Foxtrot Delta. Please stay safe, please stay healthy, and have an amazing day. And I will see you next time.